Hello everybody, it is Nicole with A-Frayed-Knot, just hopping on tonight to do a little bit of painting with you, and it is actually Wood Pack Wednesday, so I will be painting the church shelf sitter with you tonight, and I am primarily going to be using the May paint pack to paint this with you, and I'm gonna you're gonna see. I'm gonna switch some stuff up a little bit. I think we'll see. We'll just kind of take it as we go. But so that's what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna start painting, and I've already done a little bit to the wood, and it's gonna be patriotic, as you can tell. I've got kind of a non-traditional palette here going on of patriotic colors, and that is exactly what the May paint pack is. So let me pull our live up. When you're jumping on, just say hello and let me know you're here. And if you catch the replay, then just say hey and let me know you're watching the replay. In case I didn't mention this yet, because I don't think I did, but if I did, I'm sorry. Just comment shop AFK and it'll take you to the online shop where you will see. Should see this should be in there. It very well might not be though. So let me drop it. It might not be on the front page yet because it just dawned on me. I don't know that I stuck this on the front page yet, but the paint pack is there. I can tell you that. So I'm going to actually pin it in our comments right here just so that it'll be there. And well, this is weird. They switched this around. Let's see. So a bunch of you ordered the bundle, which was the best thing you could have done because it was the best savings hands down. But that is now gone. That was the last day for the bundle was yesterday, midnight. I did a whole bunch of posts just to kind of try to remind everybody. And but today just the church shelf sitter is available, so that's what we're going to paint today. Sorry, I am on the struggle bus. Here we go. I've just been having trouble with Facebook. That's all I know. I've just been having trouble. So maybe the comments will come up here on the device that I watch the comments from, but who knows. Here we go. There they are, finally. There we go. I should probably put what this is. Come on. Come on. Pushing like the little send button when you want to do a comment and it's not going. There we go. Finally. Yes, Susan, I agree 1000%. And thank you for sharing, by the way. And hello. Yes, 1000%. Hey, May. Hello, Donna. Good evening. Hi, Erin. Hello, Tabitha. So, if you were with me last night on Whatnot for the painting, you have to let me know what you thought about what we made. I really liked it, especially after I added the ribbon to it. Oh, Trula, I am sorry. I was a few minutes late because I've been on the struggle bus with Facebook. So I was a few minutes late trying to get the live going. But that could be why also, because if you were looking right at 5 o'clock, I was struggling with this platform, but that's kind of the story of my life. So lately it feels like that's just been par for the course. Earlier it just told me something went wrong, try back later. No, come on. What the heck? It feels like it takes a really long time for it to load up to begin. Anyway, I'm going to quit complaining about it because I feel like that's all I do is complain about this platform that we are on. Hey, Linda, from the Whatnot show of what you know, there isn't, there is no video, Stephanie. I have, somewhat recorded making it, and I was going to put together like a quick type of video. So I'll be working on that. I just haven't had a chance to get it all edited out yet because I do my own editing. So I don't have anybody that does it for me. I wish I did, but I don't. And so I just haven't had a chance to get to that yet. But no, there is not. The thing with Whatnot is that it is kind of like a one and done. It's not really designed to do that, but I've just been using it to do that. So anyhow, all right, so here's what I have so far for all of our pieces. And I went ahead and pulled out some of my old IOD from the past stamps that I had because I wanted to try to use these. This is like that grain sack type stamp. Now, once you see this, if you decide you want to, the thing with IOD is sometimes they become hard to find, especially when they're things from like the past. And this was from the past. This was from maybe about 2 years ago now. But if you comment IOD, we'll DM you my link to my friend Julie's website where you can look and see what they've got. And I will tell you this, tomorrow, and I will probably pop on at some point tomorrow. I'll be with the woodworkers, so I won't be live at 5 o'clock crafting because I'll be with the woodworkers. But at some point throughout the day tomorrow, I will pop on and do just a very mini haul of some of my IOD things. Their release is happening tomorrow, so definitely comment IOD, especially tomorrow, and go and take that link. I mean, you can comment it tonight and then take that link and go look at all of their new things tomorrow. So there's that. And what else? So anyway, you can still go like see if you can find this stamp right here if you end up liking this idea. So that's one of the things I'm going to be using. And I have a couple of just other random stamps that I might be using as well. So let's see. And then the paint colors, of course. All right, so let me make myself some space here, and then we're going to start painting. And then we'll get to these things as we need them. I got like an almost avalanche about ready to happen over here on the side. Oh, goodness. Hey, Brenda. Hello, Diane. Hey, Carol. Thank you so much. Hello, Vicky. Oh, no worries at all. It was good, though. I mean, that's the first one that I made that I have the video I can edit and put together from. But, oh, no, I'm glad you found that your notifications were off, Susan. So, listen, though, not that you turning them back on is going to make a difference to what this platform ends up doing or not doing. I'm just going to say, hopefully you will get them now if you've turned them back on, but you'll definitely have to let me know if that's the case. I'm just curious. So, anywho, let's see here. Pull up my sleeves. This I am just going to leave in the kind of stained brown looking color. I'm going to leave that. I don't think I'm going to change it. Might very well like add some paint to it or something. And then we're going to start by painting these two in vintage lace. So that's the color we're going to start with, is vintage lace. And I think I'll go ahead and use this bottle for right now just because I'm going to go ahead and, you know, get it emptied out. So I don't have just a bunch of small, hardly anything in them bottles. Okay. Oh, off for a lot. Well, you know what? I will bet you anything. Hi, Tina. Yes, definitely comment. She's got some good ones too. So definitely comment IOD and get that link and check them out, you know, and then, maybe start a cart and then wait until tomorrow. But if you're like me, don't forget. Don't forget. I would end up forgetting. I'd have to put a reminder in my phone or something. All right, so I am just painting this all white. Well, this is actually vintage lace. Vintage lace is more of like an antique white. So these are available in the online shop now. Ooh, and some stamps. Yes, yes, yes. I loved those bunny molds and the cross molds. Oh, those were good. Did you guys get those? Have you seen those? Did you get those ones, Diane? She very well could have those still. I haven't checked. She may still have some of them, but I like the crosses. I wasn't thinking. I should have. Do I have a small cross? I was going to say I should have made a small cross for our church here. I'm going to look and see if I have one. We're just going to toss this. We're going to call that one empty. Let me think here. Where's my box? Let me see. Let me see if I have. I don't think this is my only box though. I'm looking for a small cross. I've used quite a bit of them. Oh, this one is going to be too big. Ah, wait a minute. This one could work. It's like a little button, but I'm going to put that right there because it could work. This is too big because we have this that needs to go on there. I'm going to leave it out just because you just don't know. Oh, that's way too big. I do have this one also. I was going to use this one for something else, but I'm going to set all three of those there. So those are from the IOD. I was going to do something else. I want to show you guys something else that I had that you might have, and just to kind of give you an idea. I just like to give you lots of different options in case you don't have this mold, you can't get this mold, you know, that kind of thing. So I also have, and I'm going to just go ahead and tell you right now, and I'm not trying to cause confusion, but I don't want to forget. And sometimes that's what happens. Like I get going and then get excited about something and then forget to, you know, give you some other options. So I'm going to just go ahead and tell you right now. I had pulled these out and I got these from Dollar Tree. I'm sure Dollar Tree still has these because I thought that would be an option to use. And then I also thought about just making my own by tearing it out of that corrugated scrapbook paper. I was thinking about that because I thought that would be very cute. But honestly, I think I'll go the route of the IOD crosses because I used them prior to Easter. I did a handful of DIYs with them, but not as much as I really had hoped I would have been able to. There's just not enough time, you know. I struggle with the same thing you guys do. Just not enough time. So I think we'll go ahead and utilize one of these three right here. I think I've made my mind up on that. And then hopefully when you go check out her website, she still has these. This one is really cool. Look at that one. Look at all that detail. And then here's this one right here. This one is really cute. So it has like a little flower inside of there. It's just really, really cute. And then this one is just very simple. It's going to be hard to tell in the camera, but it has almost like a very light texture to it, like a wood grain. I mean, it's very faint. So it's not like perfectly smooth. To me, this back here is perfectly smooth. This has an ever so slight just texture about it. Okay, so that's all we're going to do with that. And we're going to set it aside and let it dry, and then we'll distress it and then add some grain stripes to it. I do have this red ink, and then we're going to paint this. Now, I was on the fence about just straight painting this with Tiffany, but there's a couple things I can do. I can use Blue Jay, which I thought about, or I can mix Tiffany with a little bit of Midnight, and it gives me kind of like a grayish blue. So that's an option. Or I also liked the idea of just painting it in Midnight and distressing it real good and then putting vintage lace color stars on it. I thought that would be very cute. In fact, you know what I want to do? Really, what I think I'm going to do is take my color Blue Jay, because I want to see what this is going to look like. So we're going to take Blue Jay and add some Midnight to it and see what that is going to look like. Okay. And then let's see, what brush? What is this one? I've got a little bit of Midnight right here. So we're just darkening it, really. Go on, buggies. Got all the bugs in here with me. Oh, that might be just dark enough, because if you don't want it to be totally black. And we could go with just a bit darker by adding some Midnight to it. Just darkening it up a bit. Hey, Delilah. I know, Susan. Me too, really. I was inspired. So this one was a wood pack that I had in the past, and I kind of revamped it a little bit. But I was inspired. So the design that I'm doing, like using the grain sack stripes, my friend Stephanie with the Vintage Pebble, I seen something quite a while back that she had posted, and what it inspired me, because it reminded me, the stripes that she used reminded me of the grain sack stripe. I don't know that that's what it was that she used, because I only seen a picture. I didn't see her actually make it. And I didn't have time to go look for her video. So a lot of times that, for me, that's what will happen, is I will see something that someone makes and it inspires me, but then how I kind of remember how they made it and then what I end up doing, because I don't always necessarily go for something identical, but I end up like, oh yeah, I like that. And it reminds me, oh, I have that stamp with the grain sack stripe and I want to try that, because I had never thought to use that for the stripes on a flag. And so that's what it triggered my mind to think, like, oh, that's cool to do the stripes on this church. I'm flinging paint everywhere. This is ridiculous. Using the grain sack stamp. So I thought, I'm going to try that. I love that. So kudos to Stephanie, because hers was real. I love her work. I don't know if you guys follow her or not, but if you don't, you should definitely go check her out. She actually has she is in my influencer paint collection. So I have an influencer paint collection side, and she is one of the gals in there, and her collection that she curated is pretty cool. It is pretty cool. They all are, honestly, but she's very, very vintage and kind of just like a grunge vintage, just really cool. I just like her look. Aw, thank you, Brenda. Susan said, no bugs there yet, too cold. I wish I could say the same thing. I really do. They never really go away here. And you know, the crazy thing is, it wasn't until this winter for you guys, kind of winter for us, because our winters are nothing like some of y'all get, and I fully realize that. But wasn't until this winter that I didn't even realize some of you guys don't have bugs in the winter. We have bugs all the time. I'm always swatting at them. It's just sometimes the mosquitoes usually go away, and I don't think they really went away this year at all because it never really got cold enough. Oh, I didn't turn that on? No wonder. No wonder this light isn't on because I didn't turn it on. So, we had a conversation, and some of you guys might remember this because I just straight will be like, I had no idea. I didn't know that. And that's what happened during this one conversation that we all had here one crafting night. And someone mentioned that, no, the bugs die. We don't have bugs in the winter. And I'm like, wow, well, learn something new every day. No clue. I didn't know that at all. Because that don't happen here. Because I was like, well, where do your bugs go? What happens? So that was very interesting to me. Ah, Susan, that's a great idea. That is a great idea. Wow, I love that idea too. Oh my goodness. I really like that idea. All right, so what we're gonna do next, we will paint one of those crosses after we kind of get this mapped out, how it's gonna be. Oh, and you guys won. Oh, that's good. Who were they? I don't remember who they were. I probably didn't even know who they were playing. I knew who they were playing over the weekend. I couldn't tell you right now, but I knew just because, where were we? We were celebrating my dad's birthday, and the game was on at the restaurant we were at the pizza restaurant. All right, so I'm just going to distress this. I'm going to start real lightly here with the blue one. It's a really, really dark navy, but that's because I added some midnight to the blue jay. That's what I did there. Okay, so we are going for a distressed look tonight, and I want to tell you guys, if you haven't yet heard of or, you know, really seen any of the posts that I've done talking about the paint technique workshop that's coming up on May 21st and 22nd, I am going to be diving in and breaking down the paint techniques that I use and just really breaking them down and walking you through them so that there's just a clear understanding. They make more sense. You're going to know how to do them and use them for all kinds of things, and how and when I distress, and how much or not, how, you know, how much or how little, when I use the wax and when I don't, and what the wax even does, all the things. I'm just going to be kind of breaking it all down and making it all make sense. I enjoy doing that, and the paint technique workshops are a lot of fun. There will be giveaways. I don't know if you guys realize this or not, but in the online shop, I have the option for gift cards. And you might not realize it because I don't really talk about it. But I have given gift cards away. And actually, when I first got them was at the last workshop in February. So they haven't been around all that long, but since February. And I do giveaways that will let you go into the online shop and spend some money. Get some paint, all the kinds of things that you would like to do. So that will be happening. And we have a private group where I will be live in there for 2 days. It is a 2-day workshop. It is the cutting board workshop. So if you've seen these cutting boards back here behind me, that is what is kind of, it's the surfaces that I'm using to teach the techniques on. You don't have to do this, as you can see, I do it on anything. You don't have to do that paint technique on just cutting boards. It can literally be anything. All right, so I am just getting my distressing in here. There, I think that looks good. So what we're gonna do next, yes, I did, and that was, gosh, that was like back in 2021, because I was having such problems with my connection in here with my internet. It's gonna be so cute. Look it. I love it already. Okay, for this right here, I'm gonna be using, let me see, I should have pulled that out, my star stencil from Essential Stencil, and it is part of this right here. Let me set that away for a second. Here it is. It has a smaller one, so I'm going to use the smaller one. We don't need this great, yeah, we don't need that great big huge one. This should, yep, that will work. And then we'll do our grain stripe after we do the stars. Okay. I think, oh, what's happening? Oh yeah, we'll do it just like that. And then I'll go ahead and use the vintage lace. And we're gonna need to offload. So I've got some paper towel right here already. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of lightly, yeah, I'm just lightly putting I might go back over it just because I don't want it to look blue. I do want it to be more of a vintage lace look, and it almost seems like it's blending in with the blue color we've got going on. So I'll show you what I'm going to do. That one didn't blend in too bad. Okay, so I'm going to go back over this. Just to get it to be a little more crisp looking. Now it is a vintage lace. That's the name of the color. so you can see what that looks like. I'm going to make sure that it's dried. Come on, bugs, go on. Oh my goodness. And then I'm just going to take my sanding block and kind of go over it again just to make it a little faded. This way it looks kind of like it's all aged. They're not just some stars laying on the top of the wood. So you can kind of see the wood grain coming through a little bit, but I don't want to sand too much because the stencil paint is really light to begin with. So that's why I kind of used this one and didn't really sand too terribly hard. Okay, that looks good. And then we're going to take our I used this before, and it's on here really good, but I have used it. I don't know if you guys remember when I first got these, I made a pillow. Okay, this is actually, I gotta clean it though. I don't know what this is called, but it's like a, to put your stamps on and be able to like stamp something with it. Like a mask or something, I think they might call it. She has these also. Part of me wants to cut it because it's kind of big, but, oh, this dried out. How about that? That is crazy. These are completely dry. I must not have closed it right or something. That's a bummer. But it's super like just dusty, so I want to clean it off. It is very dusty. Okay. Now that she's clean, let's see if this will go on there very nicely. I should have cleaned this off too. And then it's nice because you can line this up so that it'll be straight. It wasn't dry enough, apparently. There we go. Okay, there, now it's on there. It's on there pretty good. So, let's see. I should have put them inside like a Ziploc bag. I've done that before too, to try to preserve them a little longer. Okay. Let's see what happens. Guess I didn't have to do the whole thing. I almost wonder if I would get a little bit more of an even coverage if I just kind of pressed evenly like that. And then we'll just do a couple down there at the bottom. I like that. I think that that is really cool. And it's pretty uneven, which I'm okay with. I don't mind it being uneven like that, because I think I'll go in and sand it a little bit anyway. If y'all go to her website and check it out, you'll have to let me know if she still has these. I didn't go look, so I'm sorry. All right. Oh, yes. Okay. And then what I was going to do with this is I was just simply going to stamp something on it. And this is Faith, Hope, Love. And I might stamp that on it because that's just how I'm feeling. But I also have this one, and I honestly have no idea where I got these. Live by Faith. I love that one too. Oh my goodness. I don't remember where I got these at. They've been in my box for quite some time. I know that because I haven't even looked at them in a while. I do have stamps in my Amazon store. I don't think this is in there, but if you wanted to check out what's in there, I don't know that this is in there, you can comment Amazon AFK and it'll take you to my Amazon store where you can see what's there. Live by Faith. Oh my goodness. I think we might have to do that one. What caught my eye initially with this set is it says blessed and grateful, and that's what I was going to put on there, but I think I'll do Live by Faith. What do you guys think? I think I'll do Live by Faith. Live by Faith, and then we will put, there's a little heart right here. Love this, so cute. And we'll put that right there so you can kind of see what it's going to end up looking like. Oh, perfect. Yes. I don't think this, yeah, this is perfect. I don't think, you know, Angie, that's a good point. Let me look at something really quick. Because I have these right here, and they're different colors, and one is kind of a gold color. So let's just stamp it and see what it looks like. Because I was really just leaning towards the black color, just because I thought that would look good, but that's a good point. So let me see. I don't even know if these are... These could be dried out. I've had these for a very long time. Could be dried out. Can you revive them just by putting water on them? Yeah, it's way, way, way too light. Yeah, they're borderline dried out. That was a good thought though, but I don't have a whole lot of colors in stamps. I got red and green just for Christmas time. I mean, a whole lot of colors in ink, I should say. I probably need to invest in some inks and some more ink colors. So we're gonna go with this because this will be the most prominent to be able to see. Well, the heart didn't, the heart didn't transfer. Hold on. Oh, please. I just did the best I could with the heart. Isn't that so cute? I love that. Okay. Alrighty, let's see. Got paint on this right here, so I'm gonna sand that, get it out there. I'm just adding in a little bit of the Midnight just to give it a tiny bit of an aged look. And then I'm going to go back over it with some sandpaper. I definitely could have done this with the ink as well, though. I don't know where my sandpaper went. We'll use this one. Okay, so I've just got it good and distressed how I want it to be. Now what we need to do is just kind of lay this together and see how I want to, what cross I want to use. Ooh, I'm hot all of a sudden. Let me plug my fan in. Okay. Okay, so do I want to use this one? Oh yes, I think I do. I think I do want to use this one just because it's so pretty. So what we're gonna do is, let's kind of do it reverse. Normally, I will paint things in the darker color and then apply, because this has a lot of texture to it, and then apply a top coat to bring that texture out. But we're going to do it reverse. And we're going to do the dark color first. So usually I'll apply the light color and then a dark color and wipe it back so that the dark color kind of stays. But tonight I'm going to do it different. Excuse me. This brush is kind of big. Okay, we'll use this one. All right, so this is Fudge Sickle, and this is in the May Paint Pack. So there is a lot of detail in this with texture, so I'm just kind of making sure I get all the way down into all the little nooks and crannies. And again, if you hopped on after I talked about the IOD products, this is from just the spring collection, the IOD cross mold. It's called LaCroix or something like that. But if you want to, my friend Julie might still have them. That's where I get mine from. So if you were to comment IOD, I'll send you the link so that this way you can, I'll send it to your DM so you can go check out what she's still got. And I did mention earlier that they have a release tomorrow. So there's that. So you'll be able to see the new release things tomorrow on her website. All right, look at that, looking pretty already. Aw, thank you, Delilah. All right, so I think I'm going to give this a dry and then add just a little bit more. I don't know why I put so much of, this is tiny, and I poured out a whole bunch like I was painting something big. Okay. I am liking this in the Fudge Sickle color. So this is the color Fudge Sickle, and I'm really liking it in Fudge Sickle. So pretty. Okay. And then we're gonna dry it. I should have put some of that paint back in here. No need to waste it. So we're just gonna add it right back in. Yep, that's exactly what I just did. Just put it right back in there. I do that all the time. I love the color for distressing, and in the workshop, that's one of the things I'm going to show is with the paint. A lot of times you guys see me use different stains and things like that for distressing. So I'm going to show how to get the same look with the paint and using the fudgesicle color as your, like your base kind of stain color, if you will. And yeah, it's great for staining. Any of the paint colors can be used for staining. You know, if you want a color, but Fudgesicle and Crazy Crow and Midnight are some of the darker ones that are great for staining also. Okay, what I'm gonna do is just kind of dab this in case there's some, I know there's paint down there still that's damp, I can see it. I'm just kind of blotting it with the paintbrush, really, to get it to not be so caked in there. You can kind of see it because it's glistening, so I can tell it's not dry. All right, that's good. So what we're gonna do next is take another paintbrush. This one will work. And just go over it with Vintage Lace. And then we're gonna need a baby wipe to wipe it back. Just one should be fine because this is pretty small. So you wanna make sure that you get it, your top coat, whatever color it is, you want to make sure you get it all down into the grooves. It's small, so I'm just going to go ahead and get the whole thing covered. Normally, if it was any bigger than this, I would work in sections. But you see how I've kind of got it all covered. And then I'm having to kind of maneuver this around because what'll happen is it gets saturated with the lighter color paint, and then I'm not really wiping anything off. I'm just smearing it around. So that's why you see me shifting to other spots on this baby white. Spots that aren't saturated with paint. Oh, I like this. This looks so good. Look at that. It looks so good. I really like that. Let's see what it looks like all on here. And if you want to see more of the Fudgesicle coming through, you could just keep wiping. Okay, there we have it. So that's kind of reversed from what I normally do, but I like that. And then we're gonna go ahead and put it together. Oh, I was gonna sand this a little bit more. All right, so I just gave it a little bit extra sanding. Almost forgot. And then I forgot to turn on my hot glue gun, so we're going to use the Stick Fast. Thank you, Erin. I do too. I really do like the way that it turned out. So you want to make sure as you're putting this together that everything is going to be flush right here. So one of the things that I had mentioned about this wood pack is that you could definitely just use this as a shelf sitter by itself and then make a sign with this if you wanted to. You could make a cute little sign with your stencils or stamps or anything like that. It was originally created to be the base for this, but I'm confident that this could stand on its own. In fact, we'll put it together and see what it stands like. And if it doesn't want to stand on its own, you could put a Jenga block behind it, and then it will for sure stand on its own. But it's pretty wide down here with the 3 pieces together. And then you could make a sign if you wanted to. So that was something that I had mentioned when I was showing and going over the bundle with you guys. So I thought I would mention it again here on the live. So when you're putting it together, I'm just kind of eyeballing it being centered, and we are going to want to make sure that it's flush. See how it's already kind of standing on its own? And then I'm just sort of pinching it together until that Stick Fast sets up, which it sets up pretty quickly. Thank you, Brenda. Hey, Julie. There we go. That's set up pretty quick. And then we will glue this one on. And then the same with this. We're going to want to make sure that it is flush. Oh yeah, it'll definitely stand on its own. You just want to make sure it's flush and it's not leaning too far back, because if you put it together and it goes back, they might be flush but leaning a certain way. So you just want to make sure. And then there that is, just like that. And then we can attach it to our, or you can stand it all by itself. Do you guys like it better by itself that way or on the base? I like the base. I think the base is cute. And let's see. I'm going to attach it this way first, and then I'm probably going to use my nail gun. Oh, I forgot to put the cross on. I'll put the cross on after we get this attached. That's pretty secure, but I do want to run a few nails in it. Making sure that my nails that are in there will be sufficient. And I'm just going to flip this over. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. And that's pretty good. Okay. Okay, we're not quite done yet. Since I put the base on already, I'll just kind of hang it over. And then we'll add some Stick Fast. I really like the way this came out. I hope you guys like it too. It is available in the online shop. So the cross is from the IOD mold from, I don't know, like 2 months ago maybe. And the grain stripe that I used, also IOD. The stamp is one that I honestly do not remember where I got it, but I gave you all my Amazon AFK, comment that, and it'll send you to my store, and it could be in my Amazon store if I got it from there. All right. Ta-da! And this says, live by faith. I love it. I am so glad we talked about the IOD molds, and then I thought, I've got crosses. Let's try that. I think it came out terrific. So I hope you guys like this one. I know Diana almost did. You noticed that I almost forgot it. So thank you, Gwen. Thanks, Mom. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Linda. Yes, I really enjoyed doing this one with you guys, and I hope you like it too. Came out good. So anyway, thank you, Brenda. You guys enjoyed the rest of your night. I will be popping on sometime tomorrow just to show you some of my IOD goodies. But other than that, I won't be crafting. I'll be with the woodworkers. Friday, I will be having a Whatnot, totally different Whatnot show. It's like a closet de-stash. So it'll be, I think it's noon on Friday. And then Friday evening, if you guys are in my friend Beth's Daisy Dreammakers Club, I will be live in her group Friday night. So if you are in there, cool, I'll see you there. If you're not, go check out her group. She is absolutely amazing, and you just might want to get in there. So anyway, you guys enjoy the rest of your night. Thanks for being here with me, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.